give him a little more leash, like slide your hand down a little bit.
You mean like that?
Still hold the leash,
Okay.
but I didn't want your hand all the way to
Okay.
his neck. So if I were to just come in right now, he probably would do a lot of whining, trying to get off, come at me. This is where we have to break it down
Okay.
from this point. Like, I'm not just going to shoot in here because, and we could, you could give him a whole lot of corrections and it would eventually work, but I prefer not to do that if I don't have to. So I'm going to repeat this
Okay.
over and over until we can see him calming down.
Okay.
Okay? So as soon as I shut the door, you're going to release him.
Okay.
I'll wait like 10, 15 seconds. I'll ring the doorbell again,
Okay.
ask him for place. I will let myself in again.
Okay.
Ready? Okay, go ahead and release him.
This time that he came quicker, which was good.
So the reason why we have to start here is because as soon as I started, like, he was a little excited when I opened the door, but as soon as I started talking,
Yeah.
you could tell he got really excited because he thinks I'm here for him,
Yes.
which I kind of am in a way, right? But we have to change his idea of what it means when somebody walks through the door, because each time that person walks closer and closer, it's trigger stacking. He's just getting more and more excited and building, and you can't work with a dog or ask them to do things when they're already at a level 10.
Okay.
You know, like, think of somebody who's in like a panic state. I don't know if you've ever seen or had your own panic attacks. You cannot reason with them.
Yeah.
Like, you can't talk to them. You can't tell them, just, you're fine, relax. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So we have to change his idea at step 1, then change his idea at step 2 and step 3 and all that stuff. Okay, so we're going to do the same exact thing. As soon as I shut the door, release him.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. How nice.
This time he stayed.
I love it.
He was going to the window.
Yeah.
But this time he like stayed next to me.
So again, it's all about that predictability. It's like, oh, this person's just coming to the door and then she leaves. So obviously you can't do this with every person that comes in your house, but we can at least get the picture going.
Yeah, for sure.
Start to change his perception so that when you ask him to do this with real strangers, we're not trying to teach him anything. He already learned it. You're just trying to reinforce something he already knows. Okay?
Yes.
Do it again.
Okay.
Okay, since he's starting to calm down a little bit, I'm going to move just a little bit further.
Okay.
I'll shut the door. I'll come to
Should I
about
mark?
here. Yep, you can go ahead and mark and reward him. And I'm just going to stay here for a little bit.
Okay.
Because again, if I were to just shoot right in, he'll shoot up to like an 8 and we won't be able to work with him when he's at that state. So the idea is to get him to calm down enough so we can actually teach him. All right, we're going to repeat that again.
Okay.
I'm going to shoot right to the spot I was before. See how he handles that. Very good. Go ahead and mark and reward. Okay. We're going to keep repeating that. Oh, I like how he looked at you that time.
Yeah. He
Like,
knows-
oh,
he
she
knows-
is coming in the door means I'm going to get something.
Yes.
Hello, good morning.
Afternoon.
No, it's still morning.
It is.
11:01. So something you guys can work on too, like, even though I said you can't do these repetitions with your guests because
Yeah.
that's weird, right?
Yeah.
Unless they really want to.
Yeah.
Some people are cool with it,
Yeah.
you know?
Amber would.
And so, yeah, some people are really cool with it. You can do that with each other. Even though he's going to know once the person comes in the door, it's you, you're still at least giving him this picture of this is what we do when people come in the door.
Okay.
He's not going to know until they come through the door because you don't have any windows.
Right.
You know,
so,
so-
like when he comes home from work, maybe.
Yeah,
something
practice
like
the
that.
doorbell, get him on the cot, then answer the door. And we'll practice too. Like, even though I'm letting myself in, we're going to eventually get to a point where you're going to be opening the door.
Okay.
Just, I know he's not ready for that
Right,
yet.
yeah.
So,
Some dogs get to a point where they hear the doorbell and go straight to place.
you can do that.
Yeah.
That's a great question, but
Yeah.
that takes hundreds of repetitions.
Okay. Okay.
So it's something you have to decide, do I have that in me?
Yeah.
Usually have apps
Yeah, I'm
that
like
can
that.
play the noise.
Yeah.
So instead of you having to go, you could also record on your camera the doorbell ringing.
Okay.
But I find the one on the app works better.
Okay.
And you can just play that randomly throughout the day. And every time he hears that, you ask him for place. And over time, you can start some cold trials and see if he starts figuring out when he hears the noise. I'm talking hundreds of
A lot.
repetitions
Yeah.
for him to do it completely on his own.
Okay. Okay.
Um, However, if he has the leash on and you have your treat pouch on and he hears it, he might figure it out because of all those other factors. But if it's like, that's why you'll want to do cold trials throughout the day where maybe you don't have all your gear on, you know?
Yeah.
Because those can be like indicators, like, I know what we're doing, you know, I
Yeah.
know this activity.
Yeah,
So,
he's smart with that type of thing, for sure.
go ahead and mark and reward him.
Yes.
Good job, buddy. All right, I'm going to go up to the last spot. That was it. See how he handles it. Right about here. So in the beginning, I was doing like, you know, a little step at a time, but now I like to start it from the beginning and make sure he can handle the person coming straight up to here.
Okay.
Because again, we have to get it to a more real life scenario,
Yeah.
but in the beginning, we have to break it up into tiny
Tiny.
steps so that he's actually successful. He's doing good though. All right, let's do that again. You got it. You correct him. Nice job. Go ahead and mark and reward him
Yes.
about now. Not for getting back on, but just after a few
We call
seconds.
that place too, which is probably a mistake.
That's fine. No, you're
And
fine. You can call
sometimes-
anything place.
But sometimes he doesn't know what to
Yeah,
do.
I think he does at this point.
Yeah.
He's been on it. You know, you're standing in there. It's the same routine.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're gonna repeat again. All right, we're gonna do this probably about 3 more times before we change
Okay.
to the next thing because I like how he is right now. He's not even looking at me
Yeah.
because again, he's losing the anticipation
Right.
that me coming in means we're going to greet. He's like, well, she's more exciting right now. I might as well look at her.
Right.
Right? But he loves people, so that's not always going to be the
Yeah.
case. If he thinks there is even a chance that he's going to get to say hello, he will ignore you because right now I'm more rewarding.
Right.
But because right now he's seeing there is no possibility, might as well focus on her.
Yeah.
It sounds mean, but it's
No,
true.
no, yeah.
Dogs. When your guests come over, where would you say they typically like stop? Like
They stop
here,
in
right here?
there, yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that here.
And then we have like small group, we move this around and we sit around here.
Okay, so we're gonna add on now. So if
Okay.
this is typically where your guests stop, you're gonna invite him off. Don't use FREE,
Okay.
because that means you're out of command and can go
Okay.
do what you want.
Yeah.
You're gonna either say OFF, if that's something you use,
Yeah, we
or
do.
COME,
Okay.
and bring him that way.
Okay.
And as soon as he comes to you, mark and reward. Mark
so
and
I'm
reward.
gonna walk away.
No, you're gonna hold the leash and
Okay.
say, "Hey, come
Okay.
with you."
Yeah.
Keep the leash in your hand. Don't give him an option to make a mistake
Okay.
because he doesn't know what you're doing right now.
Right.
You're gonna walk away from the guest. You're gonna mark and reward him when you get there. Mark and reward him 1 or 2 more times just for hanging out. Hold on. Just say good boy.
Boy.
Just stay there. Good. So you're gonna walk over there, mark and reward him for following you. Maybe mark and reward him 1 or 2 times for just staying focused on you, and then that's it. And then I'll
And
tell
leash
you.
is gonna be in my hand.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So go ahead and
Okay.
tell him COME and go in that direction.
Come.
Good. Mark and reward.
Yes.
Good. Maybe 1 or 2 more times. No, I mean just say like yes,
Oh.
1 or 2. Yep. Because I like that he's looking at you instead of focusing on me. That's what I want. I want him to see that getting off of the cot was not a signal to say hello.
Okay.
It's to continue working with you and that you will give him the release when it's time to say hi. But a lot of dogs, if they're released in...
okay.
Yeah, it's okay. That was his release. A lot of dogs, if they're released straight from the cot to say hello, they associate that and they're holding on to the excitement the entire time.
Right.
We want to show him that you have no idea if you're going to get to say hello. You
Right.
have to wait for my signal to go say hello. Okay? So we're going to do that again. So as soon as I leave, just hang out with him, wait for the bell, put him on the cot. Okay? So I'll go to where your guests normally go.
Yes.
We'll wait a few seconds because that's typically what would happen, right? You'd be talking to your guests, which we're going to incorporate in a few minutes. We're going to make it like, hi, how are you? You know, all that stuff. And now's
really-
yeah, because all dogs are like
Yeah.
that. They hear that voice and they get excited. He was getting food, but still not okay. You probably might want to consider shortening that leash up.
Okay.
So slide your hand. Yeah, like so this way when he does go to get off, he won't actually make it off. He
Okay.
won't even be able to get a paw off because the leash is so short.
Right.
So anyway, go ahead and do the same thing you did before. Ask him to come with you.
Come.
This is his new routine. You're walking away from the guests. Marking and rewarding a couple of times.
Yes.
One more time.
Yes.
When he's sniffing it on the ground. And then that's it. Let's do it again. your rug here.
Oh, it's okay, it always is.
We'll wait a few seconds. Blah, blah, blah. Hi, how are you?
Sorry, buddy.
Okay, go ahead and exit that way.
Yes.
He's not even like looking at me anymore. He doesn't even care. This is great.
Yes.
Try walking after you give him that one. Try walking around the couch with him, coming back to the spot, marking and rewarding. Let's see if you could still keep his focus now that we're changing the picture a little bit. So just walk with him. Go right back to your spot. You don't have to reward him until you get there. Good.
Yes.
There you go. And so when you have guests over, he should be on leash for now.
Okay.
He needs to build this new routine. Don't expect him to do it on his own. He won't. He's a 3-year-old.
Right.
Like
Two.
in human years. He's like a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
Nobody would expect a 3-year-old to just figure things out on their own. You have to show them every little step of what we want them to be doing. We have to set their day, tell them when they're supposed to nap, when they're supposed to eat, when they can play. Same thing for a dog. If you don't show them exactly what you want, they will make their own decisions, and their decisions suck.
Right.
So they think they're making great decisions.
Right.
They're not. So go ahead and mark and reward him again. Anytime he looks at you too is great.
Okay.
Like it's okay for him to look at your guest, but
Yeah.
did you see there how he
Looks
looked at me
back.
and then he looked right back at you?
Yeah.
Mark and reward that. All right, let's do that again. All right, I'm gonna add in the excited voice. Okay. Hi, how are you? It's so good to see you guys. Thanks for having me. Oh, that's your dog. He's so cute. Can I pet him? All right, so you exit that way. That was good. He did great. You exit that way with him,
Come.
just like our routine before.
I'm gonna let him get some water.
Yeah, let him get some water.
Well, he keeps trying to drink when he laid down because I knew he wasn't going to. Come.
Mark and reward. Good. Good job. Walk around. It doesn't always have to be the same way that you walk. I just want him to get comfortable with following you on the leash in the house. Because that can be weird for some dogs if they're not used to wearing a leash in the house. Stop. Mark and reward.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Good job, buddy.
Sorry.
And you can respond like how you would normally respond. You don't have to do the squealing
Well,
if that's not how you
Amber
normally
is
do.
very
Yeah,
squealy.
I will because I know there are
Yeah.
people. If that's not your normal reaction, you don't have to because he won't experience that with you.
Okay, makes
Now
sense.
go around the table in just a different direction. Still kind of just keeping away from the guests for now. Get back to the same spot, mark and reward. You're just giving him some predictability, that's all. That's all. That's really what it comes down to. We can get really frustrated with our dogs, but if we've never shown them what we want through predictable pictures, it's really not their fault.
Yeah, right.
All right, we're going to do it again, and we're just going to keep adding on.
Okay.
Back from the top. Good job. Did he get some water?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Hi, how are you? What's for dinner? I'm so excited that I'm here. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad to have you. We're having spaghetti.
I love spaghetti. All right, go ahead and do the same routine. Mark and reward. Now I'm going to give you a really big challenge, okay? You're going to come around the island and you have to pass me and he's not allowed to greet. So just, you walk with a purpose. You show him what we're doing. He's going to follow. He's not going to fight it. If you pause here, he's going to think that's a signal to say hello.
Right, so
So don't pause. Just walk right on past.
My hand was disgusting because this food is.
You don't need the food while you're walking. You need it when you're done.
Okay.
So walk past me, he gets rewarded. Yep, just go right around. No stopping. Right on past me. Yeah, that's it. Good job. And then mark and reward. We're going to do that a few times. So again, he needs to see the predictability behind that. Normally, he's like, I'm passing the person and I get to say hello. But he didn't know that's not what you were doing. We had to show him. So do it again. He doesn't have to get any food till he gets to his destination. Okay, so just walk on by. Walk with a purpose. You got this. Walk up. That's it. Look, he didn't even do it that time. We're going to do one more. 3 is always a good number. And do it again. Oh, sorry, wait. Is he looking for food? Okay, we're good. good. And does it mean you're going to be doing circles when your guests are here? No. We just need to get him used to, like, notice he has not had a chance to greet me yet.
Right.
So he needs to get this picture going in his mind that I can walk past people I have not greeted yet. It is not mean. Like, a lot of people are like, but that's not fair. They're in his house. Like, no, that's has nothing to do with it. Yeah. So we need to help him with this predictability, and imagine how much tired he's going to be when he does finally get to say hello.
Right,
He will be less likely to do those other behaviors you've seen. I'm not saying he won't get excited,
Right.
because if he still sees people as a reward, of
Right.
course, it's okay, but it might be more toned down.
Right.
An appropriate amount of excitement.
Right.
All right, so when he's done drinking, then I want you to attempt to go in the opposite direction. Can be a different picture for a dog, but he is on the opposite end, so he likely will do better with that. Great job. And when you get to the end, mark and reward. Okay. We're going to practice one more time from the top, and we're going to add.
He's running to the place.
That's great.
Like so fast.
Yeah, again, it does not mean he's conditioned. It just
Yeah.
means he gets the predictability right now,
Right.
but you'd have to do that every day for like a few weeks for
Right.
it to become conditioned.
Okay.
But it's good. It shows you that he's excited for it.
Yeah.
Like he understands what that means. Hi, how are you? So happy I'm here. Thanks for having me. Oh my gosh, your baby is
so
so
glad that you're
cute.
here.
Oh, he's so. Can I please pet? Don't worry if he jumps on me. I don't
No,
care.
Not right now.
All right, you go ahead and exit that way.
Come. You said this way?
Yep, the same way you've been. Anywhere away from the guests.
Okay.
And I would assume that's going to be a spot that guests are not going to immediately
here.
shoot towards, you know? So go ahead, and I'm going to stand here now, a little bit of a different spot, giving him a different challenge. You're just going to have to walk past me. Okay? Just keep going. It's going to be a little bit. That's it. Nice job.
Yes.
Very good, buddy. Hey, how are you? I'm so happy to be here. Thanks so much. Hi, how are you? Oh, that was hard for him. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. Look at that baby. Hi. I'll grab him for you. I'm on my way back and forth anyways. These the ones?
Yeah.
This nastiness?
food.
There you go.
This is wet because I didn't think about. I was gonna feed him before, and I was like, no, I don't need to do that.
He's doing good though. He's very good.
Oh yeah, the running is hard for him because he wants to chase everything.
Of course.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Look at how he's looking to you, though. He got excited, but he looked at you. Like, what should I do here, Mom? Does her running mean I get food? No, you keep him. You got him. Don't let it be an option. Then he'll choose you instead. Good job. So walk up to the first chair. Ask him to sit. Mark and reward.
Sit. Yes.
Good. La, la, la. We're talking blah, 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 blah. Walk away.
Yes.
Good. And then you'll do it again.
Sit.
Good. We also want to help him see that just because you're approaching the human does not mean it's a signal for him to say hello. You don't want him just rushing up to the person just because he's 2 feet away. Because that is exactly what he thought earlier. Right. Oh, I'm near the person. I can say hi now.
Yeah.
Nope. Not when you're on the leash. Not when I've asked for your focus.
Sit.
You're just helping him to see a more predictable pattern here. He's doing a great job. All right, on the next one, you can come up to the second chair.
Sit. Yes.
Nice job. Okay, and then just leave. And that leaving is important too because it shows him immediately that the ending results in no greeting.
Okay.
Okay, so do it again.
Sit.
Nice job. Okay, the next one you're going to do the third chair. And just keep the leash nice and short. If you're afraid he's going to come at me, you know, the first repetition or two, you might just have to use the leash to show him what we're doing.
Okay.
Don't expect him to just know. Right here. Nice job.
Yes. Good boy.
That's very good boy. Handsome man.
Featuring my.
Okay, let's do it again. Remember, he has not once greeted me yet since I've been here. So it's possible. And he hasn't seen me in a long
Yeah.
time. You're doing a good job, buddy. All right, turn around. Now, for the next one, I want you to approach me from coming around the island this way and stopping like right about here. Just got to try it from different angles.
Sit.
Make sure he gets that it's from all of them. Because if you only ever did it over there, then he's going to think I only have to do that there.
Okay.
Not that he's going to think that, it's just that's all he's going to know. Stay there. I'm going to move up to here, and now you approach me over here.
Sit.
Nice. I like your leash skills. You're doing a
gotten
really
better.
good job of like, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're doing it so you're giving him just enough that if he were to go a little too far, it would pull and he would know that's
Yeah.
where his stopping point is. That's very, very good.
Thank
Do that
you.
again.
You definitely.
That's very good.
I'll come this way.
Well, because that shows that you know he might not know what to
Yeah.
do, and you're
Sit.
helping to set him up for success. It's not fair of us to think he should just know to do that.
Yeah, he's definitely pulling
Doesn't
forward
know.
a little bit. When
Yeah,
he gets
he just
close.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
He does not know
Yeah,
that.
we've
We're
never done
totally
this.
changing the picture for
Yeah.
him. Okay, go ahead and
Ah.
exit. You got it. Good job. You got it. Perfect. Nice work. We're going to start from the top again. Okay. Hi, how are you?
Hey.
It's so nice to see you guys. Hi. All right, so since your guest is now on this side, we're going to have you practice having him exit over there.
Okay. Oh, I saw
There you
it.
go. It's all right, yeah, whatever. Now don't come near me. There you go. You'll have to anticipate those things. He's scratching himself. Hold on. You could try passing me this way. I think he can handle that. And then mark and reward.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I said come around 11:45 and text when you're here and we will tell you what to do.
Perfect. All right, now I want you to practice approaching me like you just did before and just stop just a couple of feet away. Use that, yep, use your leash to help guide him where to stop.
Sit.
Nice job. What a good boy. He's being so good. You know that's what people are going to do, yep. And you will have to ask them to please, don't pet him yet, just wait a minute, you know.
The worst is when people like want them to jump and try to get
Yeah,
them.
I know, it
drives
is.
me
It is,
crazy.
it is. It's reinforcing all the things you're trying to work on. All right, so the next thing I want to add in is me approaching you guys. So keep him in that sit,
Sit.
okay?
Yes.
And every time I stop, then you mark and reward.
Yes.
Good. Do it again.
Yes. Yes. Sit. Good boy.
Ah! You get him back.
I have the wrong hand. Sit.
There you go.
Good boy.
All right, let's repeat that. Don't mark and reward yet. I mean, he wasn't being horrible. He was just he was just kind of air sniffing me, so it's actually not so bad. I
Yeah,
just
it's
didn't want
not
him to
like-
come any closer
yeah.
because you have not given him the signal. Let's do that again since the other one he failed. I like to make sure we get 3 in a row that are successful before I move on.
Yes.
Okay, one more.
Yes. Saying yes.
He is going to get to say hello, but here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
In a minute, you can give him his okay or free, whatever you want, but make sure it's a gentle one. Don't
Okay.
be like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Make sure it's a gentle release, or you can simply just walk up to me,
Okay.
either one. He's allowed to sniff, but give him about 2 seconds, and then I want you to walk away with him and mark a reward.
Okay.
Okay?
So I'm walking up.
So you're going to come up to me, let him sniff me, 2 seconds, walk away,
Okay.
and then mark and reward when you walk away. So go ahead. 1, 2, and go. Perfect. And mark and reward. And then you're going to do that again. It's not that he only gets 2 seconds, it's just right now he
Yeah.
only gets 2 seconds because he hasn't, if we just let it escalate, he'll get so excited and we won't be able to teach him. So come towards me. Mark and
Yes.
reward the fact that he's not even,
Yes.
he doesn't even care.
Good boy.
And this time, make sure your hand's out of your pocket.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want that. It's okay in the beginning if
Yeah.
you're doing that little bit of bribery, but
Yeah.
you want to fade that out. So keep your hand out. Well, that doesn't help either because now you're holding it in your hand. It's okay. Right here. Good job.
Yes. I mean.
That's fine. You can say yes. If that helps him to disengage from the guest, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and come on again. Right there.
Yes.
Yeah. If he looks at you instead of me, mark and reward that. That's great. Now I want you to let go of the leash and give him his release. And let's see how he does. Let go of the leash. Give him his release word.
Okay.
Stokely. Now tell him why yes.
Yes.
And walk up to it and give it to him. It's going to be hard. Just give it to him. No, just give it to him. Good job. Now grab his leash, pull him away, and we're going to do that again.
Okay.
Good boy. He did great. He did
I see
good.
what we're doing.
Okay, go ahead and release.
Okay.
Stokely. Hi, buddy. Mark and reward.
Yes.
Grab his leash, pull him away. That's good. Okay, let's do it again.
I know. It's hard to think of all the things.
Well, and if he's not looking, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
just you want to be careful not to get into a habit of constant like bribery.
Yeah.
You know, so once in a while, it's not a big deal. All right, go ahead and let go of the
Okay.
leash. Stokely. Hi, honey.
Yes.
And then as you give him his food, grab his leash. That's good. That's it. And
That's
that is
so much
it.
better. Yeah.
Let's see how he handles though when I'm sitting.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and release him. Tell him yes.
Yes.
Grab his leash and reward. He's not jumping, so that's okay. That's all we want. He's allowed to sniff and be
Yeah.
excited about it. Go ahead and do it again. Release him.
Okay.
Hi, buddy. Look at how he keeps looking at you
Yes.
now. That's what you want. It's almost becoming a job to him
Right,
to go
yeah.
say hello.
Yeah.
I get food for that.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
That's what we want. All right, bring it back to me. Hi, buddy. How are you?
Yes. Good
It's
boy.
all about motivation. That's right, bud. Oh. Yeah, I'm giving him scritches.
He
How dare
loves
you
that.
take him away from
Hi.
Right, go straight to him. Keep him there. Go ahead and reward him again.
Yes.
I want you to walk back towards the door because in real life you
That's so not natural.
right, like you have to I have to come in and then you're going to shut the door and then we'll walk back to him.
Is not currently available.
Good. He's doing fine. Let's see what it is with the bus too. Come on in, Sophie. Now we can shut the door. Now go back over to him and the guests can, let themselves in.
Yes.
Sophie, follow me. Keep marking and rewarding him the entire time. This is
Yes.
probably the hardest part for him. He's just sniffing. Keep marking and rewarding the
Yes.
entire time. Keep it going. Mark and
Yes.
reward the entire time. There you go. So notice the difference,
Yeah.
like how he just automatically goes towards you. That's the piece that you can't forget.
Okay.
One treat isn't enough. Like, great, you gave him a treat and he gets to pull towards the guest.
Yeah.
You want to be like, nope, just keep staying focused on me, buddy.
Yeah, last time when our guest came in, he got really excited when they got right here.
Yeah.
But I was with him, so he doesn't.
But I want you to
Right.
still keep rapid
Yes.
fire. The really tough parts, rapid fire. And then as he starts to like stay, see how he's facing
Yeah.
you now? Like now you can slow it down. But those first few seconds matter. Now when you're ready, you're gonna remove him like we did the last
Okay.
time, straight to your table. Good. Mark and reward. Good. And here's where you can do anything. Like there's no real like specific thing that you can do with him. You can ask him to sit, you can walk around with him, you can put him back on the cot. Anything that just is you and him working together instead of him assuming he's coming to say hello.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So anything you want. If you want me to give you something, I will.
Well, let me think. So I would probably naturally go over here.
Yeah. We just want him to lose this idea that just because we're here, it means he gets to say hello. And he will, but we just need some time in between him being released and then greeting, just so he does not attach any of it. He's doing great.
Thanks.
Yep. That one was on you. Not him. That was not his fault.
Yes.
Yeah. Remember,
That was my
anything
fault.
challenging, you need to be marking and rewarding consistently.
Yes.
It's not challenging
Yes.
anymore. It was when he first got on.
Yeah.
So let's practice that again.
Okay.
Bring him over there. Because he didn't know that he couldn't come. I moved closer. He didn't know. That wasn't his fault. Good. Now bring it back to the cot, and as soon as he gets on mark and reward a few times in a row,
Place.
he's going to
Yes.
naturally want to come over to me. There you go. Fantastic. Good. Good. Now you can slow it down because now he's like, oh, this is what we're doing. All right, let's practice one more time. I wouldn't say that you would have to do this several times with your guests,
Yeah.
but you kind of needed the practice, so that's why we're
Yeah.
repeating. It's okay if you want to do that with your guests, but I know sometimes that's difficult.
The good thing is the people that are coming lately are all the same, so they know
Okay.
what's going on.
So go ahead and put him back on, and I want you to get used to, just because you asked him to do something different doesn't mean, look at that, nice.
Good.
And he may not give that to you next time you have
Yeah.
guests come over. You have to create that. Good job. All right, now take him off again. I'm gonna move in closer. Sophia, come with me. I want you to practice that thing where you come up to us, you ask him to sit. It's still not his time to greet. We don't want him assuming that because you're approaching, it means greet time. So you always need that time in between. Okay, good. I like that he's focused on you. Great. Good.
Yes.
Good.
Except for I left my treats like an unexperienced
So
person.
again, right now he's kind of calm, but if this were somebody else,
Sit.
you would need to be rapid fire rewarding. One was not enough.
I'm gonna go
Good.
back so I can get my treats.
Yeah, bring it with you. Put it under your armpit or something.
I don't have my treat pouch anymore.
Well, you're not prepared, so come back and approach. He thought you were giving it to him. Good.
Yes.
All right, now in just a second, you're going to release him to say hello. But remember, if he does anything that looks like he's going to get a little
Sit.
nutty, then you're just going to walk away with him. Okay, that's fine. I mean, you said sit, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't mind the down, but.
All right, so go ahead and just tell him everything.
Okay.
Or okay. Good.
Yes.
And then do it again. Because his greeting to me was fairly calm.
Yeah, but sometimes I can tell it's.
That's fine. If you feel like something's coming, that's
Yeah.
great. I like that you're being proactive. So bring him over here again. And again, I would instruct your guests not to pet him just yet.
I do that.
That's good. He can get petted a little later.
And they all have dogs and they understand, so.
All right, I'm going to walk right past him.
Okay.
Oh, he's allowed to sniff.
Well,
We just
I
don't
know,
want him to jump.
But yeah, I hate him. He was standing up. Sit. Good boy.
Oh, that's
Yes.
fine then. Yeah, if he broke his sit, that's fine.
Sit. That's really hard for him.
Well, you're not even marking and rewarding him. Come on now. You want him to do something hard, motivate him.
Sit. I think he's scared his tail has gotten stepped on a lot.
Okay,
Sit.
go ahead and ask him to sit.
Sit. I know, but.
I'll go in a different direction. Okay, if I come this way. Oh, maybe he prefers a down.
Yeah, down. I should just
We can
start-
try that. Let's see how he handles me walking back and forth in a bit.
Yes.
That's better.
Yes.
So now that you know that he prefers that
Yeah,
position,
I'll
ask
try
for
doing
that. Yeah. There you go. And that's it. Go ahead and like completely release him.
Okay.
Let go of the leash. Yep, let go of it. Hi, Stokely. Hey, buddy. Good boy, go ahead and mark and reward.
Yes.
There you go. That's what I wanted. I wanted him to be able to disengage from me
Yeah.
because you said yes. And that's it. Ta-da.
This is so.